Welcome to the sticky tape experiment. What we're going to do is learn about electrostatics via Scotch tape. And look, I even have Scotch tape or magic tape. So I'm going to rip two pieces off for the first part. And you guys can follow along and do it as well. Most of you guys should have sticky tape in your house. So you rip off a piece about that big, about 5 inches, and fold over the top edge. So I'm going to make that. I'm going to put a T on it. That's top, and I'm just hanging it over my table. And now I do another one. Fold over the top, and this one I'm going to put a B on it. And I fold it over so I can grab it without getting my hand stuck to it. So this one is B, bottom. So I'm going to take my top tape and put it over my bottom tape. Okay, so, oops, there we go. Now this is where the handles come in handy. You can just grab the bottom tape apart and the top tape. Then we're going to rip them apart and make sure you don't touch any of your hands or fingers or anything like that. So here I have the top tape on the left and I have the bottom tape on the right. So I'm going to put them close to each other and see what happens. Oh, it looks like the top and bottom tape attract each other. The top and bottom attract each other. Now, that means they must be oppositely charged, but what charge would they be? Well, you see my rubber rod? I haven't recharged it, but it probably still has some charge left. So I'm going to put my rubber rod near the bottom tape. Remember, this is the bottom tape that I have right now. The rubber rod looks like it's repelling the bottom tape. And remember, the rubber rod is negatively charged. Now I'm going to grab my top tape and see what happens. Here's my top tape. Oh. So it definitely looks like the top tape is attracted to the negative. Top tape attracts, bottom tape repels. Can you now tell what charge the top and bottom tape is? Write it down in your data section. So we want to make another set of top and bottom tapes as well. We want to see what happens when a top tape meets another top tape. So let's go ahead, and I've got two sets now. I've only got two sets of hands, so I'm going to rip the first one apart, and individually I'm just going to put them on my table very carefully, hoping that they're not touching anything. They're just kind of hanging over. Then I'm going to rip apart my second, and I'm going to take the top tape, and let's see, where's the top tape from here? Oh, great. It actually touched my table. Hopefully it's still good. All right, so now we have two top tapes. And the two top tapes definitely repel. You see that? Now, what happens when I take a top tape and a bottom tape and a bottom tape? So let me grab my two bottom tapes and do the same exercise. And they repel too. You see that? They're repelling each other. So if you put a top and a bottom together, they attract. If you put two tops together or two bottoms together, they repel. Now let's pick everyday objects. I'm going to pick a pen. Let me just go look to see you've got a lot of things written down on there, and usually we're in a lab. We've got nose, book, desk, metal scissors. Okay, so I've got a book my daughter gave me for my birthday. It is The Way of the Kings. So let's see if a top tape, I've got a bottom tape right now, attracts or repels. Here's my bottom tape. Looks like it's attracting to it. Okay, the bottom tape is attracting to the book. Now that's weird. The book isn't charged at all. Why would that be? Now let's take the top tape. Oop. The top tape is also attracting to it. You see that? And again, it's the top tape. See the top? So both the top and the bottom tape attract the book. Why would that be? The book is neutral. That is, Okay, scissors. I've got scissors here. So let's do the same thing. I'm going to just recharge things so that they will, sometimes these tapes lose their charge. All right, so I got my top tape again. The scissors, let's see if it attracts the scissors. Oh, it's attracting. So here's it all by itself, just hanging like this. I'm going to put the scissors nearby, and you can see that it is attracting. So that is my top tape, see, T. So I'm going to take my bottom tape. There it is. Move the scissors nearby. Son of a gun. The bottom tape also attracts. Remember, these things are neutral. This is not charged. It's metal. So we've got book, metal scissors, desk. Okay, well, I've got my wooden, let me just pull off this. This is my wooden dining room. There it is. There's my, I guess it's a wooden desk. So let's go see what happens. Let's see, does it attract? It's sort of hard to tell. So let me look at the side here. Is it attracting? Definitely. See that? It's sticking to it. So that was the bottom tape. Let's take a top tape and see if it attracts to it. That one's not charged. That was I had a long time ago. Let's see if this one is. There it goes. I think I'm going to have to recharge my things. They're getting kind of wimpy here. Okay, so we've got the top on the bottom. Let me just re-rip them. I just ripped off some of my paint. Okay. So now I have the bottom tape. Let's go see if it's attracting. It definitely looks. Yep. See, it's there. You guys see that? It reached over and touched the table, the desk. So let's do this again. This top one's having problems. It doesn't look like the top one likes. It's not as attractive. Okay, let me just rip it apart one more time. You have to do it pretty quick after you rip them. I actually had the top tape sitting somewhere, so it probably, oops, crap. I just there you go. Now you can definitely see it's trying to attract, oh, it's sticking to my hand too. Okay, so both the top and the bottom tape attract. Now instead of my nose, I'm gonna just use my hand. Here's my hand. Oh, my top tape. Here comes the top tape. And let's see if I move my hand nearby. Whoop. You guys see that? The top tape attracts. Okay. So here's the bottom tape. Let's go see with my, yep. The bottom tape attracts. And that's the same thing as my nose, right? My nose. Now what else could I pick? Let's see, what about a pen? We can try the pen too. There's a couple spots for other things. When you're at home, what I want you, actually, besides me doing it, I want you guys to do it. So those last two blank spots, you pick something in your house and do this exercise. Just like I did, pick two pieces of tape, rip them apart, the top tape and the bottom tape, both will go towards these objects. And the best thing to do when you're doing this is hold your tape up vertically like this, and then put the object near it, like in a vertical manner, so you can definitely see if it's attracting or repelling. So you guys, your responsibility is pick two different things. Now, then it says explain the results. So how are you going to explain the results of your sticky tape experiment? Why is it that the metal scissors, desks, books, noses, and whatever the other two things are, explain the reactions. Why do the reactions happen? Now, all of these things are neutral. The nose, book, desk, they're not charged. So why is it you're going to have to explain why the book attracts both the positive and the negative tape? That is what you have to explain. When I mean explain, make sure you put down detailed explanations for it. Remember, this is a science class, so you're going to have to convince me. Go to the scientific principles and discuss why this is, step by step. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next exercise, electrophores.